Hey, we're live. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Foxing Around podcast. I'm your host, Raymond Fox.
I'm your co-host, River Thomas.
And man, we got another episode of the Foxing Around podcast here. We're going to be doing the Indigenous gaming panel in a few short minutes, man. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, bro, me too, man. These guys are doing it big. They're doing it. They're putting on for the community, for themselves, for the youth, man. They're always giving back. I'm so excited to have these guys on this evening, bro.
Hey, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, we've been kind of like doing pretty well for ourselves these last couple of weeks, bro. Obviously, we're keeping it humble, but we got an interview or two, and we've been working a little bit harder, trying to grind a little bit more. So, man, what do you think about it, bro?
I don't know, bro. I just got to keep working, man. We're not there yet. I know that for a fact, bro. And there's still so much to do. We can't get complacent. We can't get lazy because we have to keep going, bro. You never know. You never know.
No doubt, no doubt. We do have some merch coming soon. We're hoping that it will be in this week, and we can get you guys' orders set up so you guys can get that Foxing Around merch for Christmas. After our first order is done, we're going to be switching up the design and doing a whole new logo, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy logo. You guys are going to love that one. I love that one. I can't wait till all these first designs are sold out, bro, until we make those second ones. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, so stay tuned on the merch. Well, the boys are in here. I think we're ready to go, man. I'm super excited about this one. First things first, we're going to introduce them one by one and let them go. So first person to add up, man.
Hey, here we got
Hey.
Marmar. Hey, what up? So for everybody, Marmar, he's like one of the gaming pioneers. Marlon Weekes, aka Marmar Gaming. He's on Facebook, and he was like one of the major First Nations people to make a splash in the gaming scene, and he just blends his outstanding visuals and uplifting messages. He's also a student, and he's the guy who picks me up when I get down on Warzone. So what up, bro?
Hey, how's it going? It's an honor to be on Foxing Around. How is everybody? I hope you guys are doing great. My name is Marmar. I go by Marmar Gaming on social media, and yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the first to be the Indigenous streamer, but I feel like I did make a splash in a sense. Shout outs to like Shannon, Shauna, Pamaj that are doing their thing. But I feel like I was definitely like one of the ones to blow up on Facebook gaming. And yeah, man, like I'm just glad to be here. A little about myself. I'm a third year marketing major at the University of Saskatchewan. And yeah, gaming is my hobby, my passion.
Hey, bless, bro, bless.
Much love. Next up, man, we got Mr. Moose Tree Gaming, aka John Ross. We're asking Moose, man. Welcome to the Foxing Around podcast, bro. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
How's it going, brothers? I'm Mr. Moose. Yeah, I'm Moose Tree Gaming. I am from northern Manitoba. I'm a third-year teacher. I teach K-8 phys ed. I've been streaming since January. I do a lot of volunteer work. I'm a father of two. I'm married, and yeah, I've been gaming with Marmar and the next guest for quite some time now. We've gotten pretty close, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys.
And you're also known for the staple. Welcome to the herd. You heard?
You heard?
You heard?
Yeah, I heard.
You got that. All right, man. Next up, man. Chance Claps, aka Joey Laliberty, aka Mr. Last Chance himself. Welcome to the Foxing podcast.
Hi, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chance Claps. Also, that's what I'm known for as in the gaming and music scene, I guess, from back in the day. But my real name's Joey, 31 years old, and yeah, going to school right now in university, post-secondary, trying to be a Indigenous social worker and make an impact that way also. And yeah, just been in music for a bit and got into streaming, inspired by Marmar up there, and kind of taking it from there and trying to grow a community and just keep getting better at streaming in general, and just trying to stay positive and out of trouble.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So first things first, man. We want to know just a little bit more about yourself. So we'll start with Marmar, man. He told us you're a student. Also know that you're following the Red Road, man. You're sober. Getting in touch with your culture a little bit more. So talk to us a little bit about that, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I like to practice my culture. I take part in ceremony. I also dance powwow. I don't know what else to say other than I just want to spread positivity amongst Indigenous people, man. Like being one of like the first to come on here, it's unreal, man. The battles I faced, like trying to get where I am today. I'm very thankful for my platform. I did not know I could take it this far. Not saying I'm stopping anytime soon, but man, it's crazy. This journey is a very rocky road, like the sobriety and just building a community.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope. All right, John, tell us a little bit more, man. I know you're a ball player, bro. You get down in soccer as well too. You're an athlete, but also a family man and a father, bro. What's that like trying to balance that with the gaming, bro?
Hey, bro, life is balance, man. That's kind of the thing I go by. I used to work out all the time, coach basketball, spend time with my family, go to school. And now I'm teaching, playing games, spending time with my family. Not so much the working out part. COVID's got me kind of lazy right now, but we'll get back to that at some point in time. But I used to do a lot of volunteer work. I coach North American Indigenous games. I coach high school varsity boys, varsity girls, JV boys, JV girls, grade school level basketball, and I was recently part of a university team, assistant coaching for the past 4 years out down south in Brandon, which was awesome.
Hey, that's huge. That's huge to hear, bro. That's congratulations on all that, man. Good job keeping it balanced too, as well. Chance, you told us a little bit about, you used to be in the music scene, bro, and then kind of transitioned into gaming, man. Tell us a little bit about, where you used to rap, how you used to rap, bro, and because I know you're a legend out in North Balfour, bro. Everyone knows Last Chance and all the music that you did out there. So tell us a little about your music, bro.
He's having audio issues.
Oh, hold up. No, you're on mute. Right?
Okay, there we go. Well, just started off like with music. Same thing. It was like a hobby for me, right? It's something that like an outlet for me to get through a lot of things, and like that's what music was for me. And then same thing with gaming. It kind of is the same thing with that. But the music really helped me get through a lot of things, and it's like you write stuff down and you like get all your emotions, your feelings out. You use it as a tool. I use it as a tool, and it like helped me meet a lot of great people in the music industry around Saskatchewan, like the AMF boys. There's like good friends with those guys, and they were real supportive of me back then and believing in me to do collabs with them when I was starting out. And there's so many like good experiences in the music like that helped me grow as a person, and also be comfortable to be able to stream, because doing shows and stuff in front of people and doing stuff like that helped me transition into kind of this thing too. And it was, like being on people watching you do stuff, and it's like I was kind of used to it in a way, so I kind of was comfortable coming over and just trying to show my, if I can do the streaming thing, like watching Marmar do it and realizing that I was able to do it. So, just that's how it helped me transition to this whole streaming thing, and the music, it all kind of combines together and kind of put them together now, and people see my music now, and it's, it's pretty cool.
Hey, no doubt. Yeah, I love your stream because when you hop on, you get a little bit of the music vibe, bro. We get to hear your music and stuff, so that's always tight, man. Next thing, man, tell us about each one of you guys. I want to know where you guys started gaming, man. Like the old school, like were you guys on the N64? Were you guys doing all that, man? Tell us a little bit about where you guys started your original love of gaming.
Man, I can go way back. I'm an old dog, man. I'm 31 years old. I've been gaming since I was in Pampers, I started a long time ago. My first experience, Super Mario Bros. 3. Back in the day, Christmas time. My sisters got a Super Nintendo, no, not a Super Nintendo, an NES for Christmas, and they got Super Mario Bros. 3. And that's how I started, and I fell in love with it instantly, man. It kept me busy. Obviously, I'm still playing a bunch. In fact, I do play NES games from time to time on my streams, Super Nintendo games, etc. I started back in the day, and then growing up, it was always, with relatives, cousins, family, friends. We were always playing Super Nintendo, N64, PlayStation, like just sitting around vibing on the couch. That's how much gaming means to me in that sense, and it definitely is a stress reliever. So, and here I am today, just still doing my thing I was doing almost freaking 25 years ago.
Yeah, Damn, bro, that's crazy. Tell us about your start, John. Where did you love a gaming start?
Gaming was there for a long time for me. Again, it was a getaway, right? Fighting over who gets to play at what time with your cousins, and then getting into some nasty fights about it. But all in all, it was something that brought us together when it was too cold to go outside or too hot to stay outside. It's been there for a pretty long time. I remember Christmas opening that clear pink Nintendo 64 and grinding out Super Mario 64. That was it for me. And then from there on, I moved on to Halo and the Xbox. And yeah,
Hey, bro, how about you, Ray? When did you get into gaming?
Bro, you know what, man? I started playing when I was probably like 12 or 13, man. I got on the FIFA, bro. I was like super into soccer, man. I started gaming FIFA real hard. And that's been my one like go-to. I always play FIFA, bro. What about you?
Man, I grew up playing that, bro. Same thing with like the boys said, man. It's like every res kid lives the same life, bro. There'd be like me and like 6 of my cousins there gaming it. Somebody would beat somebody, and you'd actually end up fighting a little bit, bro.
Some
We're like
real
8
life
years
fights.
old, some real life fights that happen.
We've been there.
Yeah, it started off. My parents got me a Sega Genesis. I remember playing Sonic as a kid. Then went to N64, and then after N64, it was PS2, then Xbox, and I never turned back from Xbox, bro.
What about you, Chance? Where'd you get the start, bro? What were you rocking with?
A Sega Genesis. Like I never personally owned it, but like my uncles had it. Like my uncle Dennis always had a NHL, like a bunch of old Sega games like Toe Jam and Earl, and like there's so many other games that like they're so old and like I don't know. I just played Sega with him when I was a young age, and I was always playing. And then me being known like in my family, I was always the game freak, bro. Like I was always the guy. Like if I didn't have one, I was always at the cousin's house who had one. Kind of. We were rocking like 007, Perfect Dark, like a bunch of stuff, like all those games, and eventually just kept gaming like PlayStation 1, everything like Dreamcast, all the way up to even like the old arcade games. We used to like go to the arcade and play Street Fighter and stuff, Mortal Kombat, like at the pool hall, like stuff like that. So it's always been there, and it's always been really, really good to escape a lot of realities, and I don't know, it's really awesome. Gaming's awesome, man. Shout out to all the gamers.
And do you remember having to like blow into your N64 cartridge?
Yeah, like the cartridges, and then like just praying it would work, or else even your disc, like, trying to get toothpaste to clear off the scratches and shit, and like flushing it down a toilet trying to get that stuff. Yeah, like,
and man, none of that never worked for me, bro. Like my homies always told me, they're like, yeah, it worked for my cousin or whatever, right? And I always heard stories of it working, but every single time I tried, bro, it never ever worked for me.
The toothpaste trick worked for me.
Really?
Yeah. A couple times.
Damn.
That's funny. All right, so boys, tell us a little bit about like what streaming is, and then why you got started in streaming. Like each of you guys' individual stories to get to streaming.
Okay. So for me, I made the page Marmar Gaming back in 2018. I've always like had an interest in it, but I just never pursued it, right? And I would occasionally stream, like once a month or something, just to dabble in it. And I've always been turned away in a sense that when somebody would come, it was always, you suck, blah, 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 you should quit. So being that I was like, hypersensitive in a sense that, I listened to them. And so a year passed, and in September 2019, my second year business, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm playing so much games in my off time when I'm not in my studies. I'm going to try this streaming thing again. And so I did. I went from there. I started streaming again, and just being able to streaming done so much for me in a sense that it allowed me to be myself and learn to be comfortable with who I am as a person, because I was always self-critical. I was always my own worst critic when it came to content creation or anything like that. And this sucks. I'm bad. And then hearing that replayed back by other people in chat, just saying the same things. You know what? They're right. And Chance happened to be one of those people that were always in my chat. If it wasn't for Chance, I would say that I probably wouldn't be streaming today, man. Chance was always there in my chat backing me up. literally backing me up, to people that were coming to talk smack to me on my stream, to say, you suck, you should just quit, blah blah blah. And Chance was always there to say something. And so I definitely like give him credit for where I am right now, just because of that, because he always had my back. And then the belief system of like, oh, you're pretty good, you're a pretty cool guy, man, I like your personality and whatnot. Then it kind of like encouraged me and just pushed forward. Then I started getting addicted, because then I started finding people that actually liked me as a person, or my personality, or the stuff that I was into, and could relate to me. And then I started like getting more and more addicted and sucked in, and being able to like, bro, like, I'm so excited to go live, I'm so excited to go live. And seeing like the regular faces, seeing everybody come by to say hi, like even to this day it still shocks me that when I go live, hey Marmar, how you doing? And then it got to the point where like, do you have any merch? And it's like, holy crap, people believe this is a thing of its own, man. Like, I was to the point where I was like, I can't believe that people want to wear my logo, or this community that I built is so positive, and this like, and then it just kept going. It took a mind of its own, and started, I just been like, I'm just the pilot of what Marmar Gaming is, right? And I'm glad that I'm actually going somewhere with it, because lateral violence at the start was horrible. I almost quit. I never would have been here if it wasn't, for the people that pushed me forward. And it's a tough journey for sure,
Hey, no doubt, no doubt. And we'll get into that a little bit more about, like the communities that obviously you guys all built, and about lateral violence too, because it's very important. Jack, how did you get started? Obviously, Momar just kind of talked to you about that you were in his stream early. So, did he have a little bit of influence on you? And where did you decide to kind of jump in the ring and start streaming yourself?
Yeah, like it wasn't like a little influence. I was like big influence, and I always give him credit too, like where it's due and stuff. And he helped me realize that it was possible to do it, because I used to like watch streamers a lot, and I never see native streamers like close to me or anything, like, you know what I mean, like around my area or anywhere, like in general, like streamers in general around here. And then popped along his stream and found it when he was like first started his stream up, and it just stayed around and watched it be done and asked questions. And then going into other streamers too, like there's a lot of other streamers that I watched like around the same time, but it just to see somebody like Aboriginal doing it, it inspired me to make the right steps and ask questions and try to get into the same space, and do what I love, like gaming, and try to bring, show it to people, and bring people together and whatever, just all that good stuff.
Hey, no doubt, bro. Positivity. I love that. I love that. John, what about you? I know, like, you kind of got maybe a little bit of a late start compared to some people. You're a little bit newer on the gaming scene, but exploding out. What decided to make you stream, bro?
Well, first of all, mine's pretty short, so I just want to give a shout out to the chat. The chat's been pretty hilarious right now. Scrolling through that pretty quick. What's it called? For me, it was something I thought at first I could share with my daughter. She wanted to get into streaming because she'd watch it on YouTube all the time with me. Her and I would watch some channels. So originally it was a plan that her and I would do it together, and then she started becoming popular with Roblox with her friends and didn't want to play with me anymore. And I was coaching, doing a lot of coaching in basketball. So the thing was, with no basketball being available anymore for me to coach, do all that volunteer work, I needed something to occupy my mind with, and it just so happens I love video games. So I just kind of float on in there.
Hey, that sounds dope, bro, too, man. Like, I think all you guys, you guys have cool starts, man. It's really inspiring to see. Marmar, I want to talk to you a little bit because, it's already starting to feel like, these guys see you and we see you, like as the kind of like the pioneer for this thing. And so when you were like building up your community, bro, how did it feel to, like go through all that? Was it tough a lot of days, or was it, was there a lot of self-doubt in that phase?
Man, if you go back to my very, very first streams, you'll see some of those videos only have like 30 views. Most times, most days, I would stream for like 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. and average, one viewer, two viewers, and then average 0 viewers for like an hour, because people didn't at the time. I'm not like I don't like to say that I'm a pioneer or anything, but I do like to say that yeah, I kind of made it on Facebook to the point where like, oh yeah, that's Marmar Gaming, like, because I'm definitely not like a pioneer of streaming or anything, but I do like, that I am an Indigenous person that kind of established himself on the Facebook gaming platform. And yeah, man, like it's very like, the growth is hard, and I encourage anyone that wants to do this to just do it. I spent too much time. My biggest regret, I say it all the time, is I spent too much time considering this when I should have started already. I wish I started sooner because of my own insecurities and stuff, right? Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Moose, I want you to tell us a little bit, for the people that don't know, what it is that you guys are doing online. Like explain streaming a little bit and tell us what you guys are doing, with content creation, with your video games, and how you guys are playing them.
So a big thing I believe in with this is our people as First Nations, we are so used to getting together, at Gugum's house, getting together through powwows, through tribal days, competing amongst one another with the Masters Indigenous games. We're all connected, and we try our very best to get together and celebrate with one another. And the fact that COVID has hurt us or put us in a position where we're unable to get together anymore, it's now open up doors for things like video games to bring us together. I've met all of you essentially through video games, and people engaging in chat right now, I've met through a lot of them through video games. We've been able to share stories, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Dope. Chance, I want to talk to you because you share your own personal music stories through your stream, and your stream feels very personal. Like you talk a little bit about the issues that you're facing at the time in your life. People can relate to that and stuff. And as well too, like with your music, like I always jump in when I jump into your stream, you're always playing, your music or getting people hip to new music. So just tell us a little bit about like how your stream specifically works and how you feel about it.
Yeah, just like my stream is just like I try like to help out, like play music that people that I know and that I kind of grew up with in music and stuff like that. Try to help them out and put them on the stuff like that, and they allow me to do it and stuff. So it's just, and then like my streams, sometimes they get a little bit personal. It's just because like I try, like I don't hold nothing back. You know what I mean? Like in my streams, like if somebody's talking about something in chat and they want to know something, like I'll just, like sometimes I forget I'm streaming and I'm just like, I'm talking to them personally. And it's like, sometimes it gets personal, but some people like are there, and I can help them feel better or help them feel relatable in a way, like, because everybody goes through problems and stuff like that. And sometimes you just like, we happen to be people that they turn to, and, they look forward to watching our streams. So it's like I just be real with people, you know what I mean? Like if they want to know something or if they're going through something, they can, and they say it on stream, like I'll just be right there with them, like just trying to like bring them, uplift them and uplift myself too at the same time, like just some realness, like try to be real about it.
Hey, for sure. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is like the culture that you guys built, right? So you've got like, young Indigenous youth kind of, jumping into your streams. Tell me what that's like, because you guys all kind of get to, shape young minds in certain ways. And I know you guys have been all kind of doing a good job at, you guys keep it positive. You guys try to uplift them and keep them out of their situation. So tell us a little bit what it's like to have that community and what you guys want to do with that community.
Oh man. Okay. So recently, I want to say about maybe a week and a half ago, I was like running these, Warzone customs and whatnot. And I was like jumping on random teams. And there was this little boy. I jumped on a random teams and I was like talking to chat and whatnot. Then I finally unmuted myself. I was like, "What's up, guys?" This little kid's excitement blew my mind. It
That
was
was awesome.
crazy. Like he was like, "Oh my God, is that Marmar Gaming?" Like to think that people put me on a pedestal like that is wild. And to think that like I don't act like a celebrity or anything. I treat everybody the same, and I'm definitely not a celebrity. But the fact that I caught that this little boy looks up to me in that sense, I was like, people are watching, and it blew my mind that I gotta motivate, I gotta inspire, I gotta share my knowledge or share my personality. That way I can shine a little light on people like that, because I don't think of myself that way. I'm just an average dude that's playing video games and hanging out. And the fact that people look up to me in that sense, like not only kids, but I get constant messages from my community, you know, thank you for being you, thank you for talking for me. And one of them, like a week ago, like we talked about it, one dude was like, he's like, thank you, you know, thank you for doing what you're doing, because I've been sober a year now, and it's because of you, and you inspire me, you give me a place to hang out, you encourage me, you give me a place to hang out, man, like thank you for that. And
Oh yeah.
it's wild, and that's what it's about. Like at the end of the day, these communities things, we help each other, and that's what we want. Like, you know, Chance, Moose, we rate each other all the time, and we want, you know, people to get to know Moose. We want people to get to know Chance. They want people to get to know Marmar, because I know Chance is a good guy. I know Moose is a good guy. So we try to intertwine our communities a bit and just share, because it's crazy what this thing can do and how much it helps people when we come together as gaming communities, right?
Yeah, it's like crazy how so many, like, you see how many youth in the chat too that just want to, like, you know, they're being tagged because, like, you know, they don't see native streamers as much, and it's like every day when we stream, there's always those people, like young kids in chat, you know, that are always, you know, saying that they want to do it, and they ask questions, and it's like, I don't know, it's awesome when that happens, because it feels like you're making a difference. You know what I mean? Like you can, and you have a platform to do it, and it's like, I don't know, it's just good in general. Like you can be something. Like that's one thing that I struggled with, was trying to like understand how to be something, you know. So now that I'm able to like be in that position to help people, and you know, just be a friend to people, is awesome. And yeah,
Yeah, the
the
crazy
youth is what it's about, you know.
the
Yeah,
crazy thing too that Facebook allows with you to see is who your audience is. You can check through settings about who your videos are connecting with the most. Now, I partly chose Facebook because the teaching aspect, I didn't want too much connection with amongst my students potentially, right? Or school, like I don't. So I went to Facebook because I felt there were more people around my age. And when I look at those settings, the general age for my page is 25 to 35. Like probably like 65% of the people who interact with my page are within that range. That's why I kind of came up with the whole the aunties thing, right? The aunties and uncles, right? Being in and amongst the chat. But to see that these two here do so much for the youth right now within their games. Marmar, I know, had posted a video about him talking with youth or a youth just being excited to be in his game. And that was really awesome to see, right?
No, for sure. Yeah, I remember I jumped in one of Marmar's custom lobbies like 2 weeks ago, and some kid was super excited. For some reason, he thought we were Marmar Gaming. I don't know if one of us sounded like it, or three of my buddies. He's like, "Are you Marmar Gaming?" And one of my friends was like, "Yeah." And that kid just lost it. He's like, "Oh my God, Marmar, I've been wanting to play with you for so long." And I was like, man, I was like, that's not Marmar Gaming. I was like, but he is my bro, so I will get him to play with you sometime for sure in the future, man. It was so funny.
that was me back in the day, man. And then we start running it on Fortnite, and then we used to kill it on Fortnite all the time.
Yeah.
Bro, yo,
Fortnite.
Chance, bro, do you remember that one? Like, it was like, what, maybe in the summertime, the springtime, when I met up with you in the Fortnite lobby, bro? That was the wildest thing ever. I joined the Fortnite. There's a Fortnite random squad. Out of nowhere, I saw
Yeah.
Claps FB on there.
Yeah, because I was like hardcore on that, man. Like that was my #1 game for a long time, man. Shout out to Fortnite.
So interesting story too with these two right here. Prior to getting into streaming, I found Marmar first, and I knew he was playing with Chance all the time. And they would play games, and these two would be playing. I'm just playing games. I'm not streaming at the time, and it was like they would say, "All right, guys, we have open lobbies. Join up." And I would ask my wife, "I'm like, can I go play games? I'm trying to get in Marmar's lobbies." She just like look at me. Sure. Get up, go turn on the Xbox, try to get in, and their lobby's full. I can't get into their games and play with these guys. It's like, damn. Right? It was, and to see us now have this relationship we have has been quite a fast journey, but it's been an awesome one as well.
Yeah, it's so good to see though too, because there's so much positivity among you guys, and you all want one another to exceed. You don't care who it is that exceeds. It's just you want to see everybody rise up, rise up, rise up, and we don't really see that too, especially in like our in our communities. It's like there's always like some kind of jealousy, or if one person starts doing better than the other, then like all this negativity starts spewing out. But like with you guys, that's the reason why me and Ray wanted to get you guys on the podcast, is because just how supportive you guys are, not only of us, but you're supportive of each other. You're supportive of other streamers who are coming up, and you're supportive of the youth and your guys' fans. Like, there's nothing really bad to say about you guys at all. You're not toxic at all. You're just like, you all mean well.
No, and like yeah, I can say personally too, because I've watched all. Man, I'm not a gamer by any sense of the means, man. I don't play games at all, but jumping in and watching you guys interact with the kids and just each other, man, it's like it's a camaraderie, it's a brotherhood, man, and to just see it in person, man, it's so dope to watch that you guys are elevating like each other like this. But I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about this because we kind of brought it up. Everything that's positive, there also is a negative towards it, and me and Marmar had a discussion a little bit about it, but like you guys must face some pretty big hate, like the lateral violence that comes in and people clowning on you guys, oh, I killed this dude, like, and then it starts to get personal and there, you know what I mean? Like, so how is that dealing with that? And like, try to maybe just educate our guests on what it feels like a little bit and how you guys have dealt with it. So
The lateral violence is real. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. We try to keep things positive. At the end of the day, like I'm not blaming anybody at all or anything, but some people just don't like to see other people doing things, or doing things that they, whether it's out of spite or jealousy or anything like that. They're so quick to judge. They're so quick to throw jabs. They're so quick to troll. And trolling is part of this streaming culture, obviously. Every community. It's not just Indigenous people. It's not just it's people in general. This culture is full of it because people don't like to see other people succeed, and they try to bring them down to a level. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, but there is people out there that, like when I first started, like I said, man, like right out the gate, my peers, Indigenous people that I share my page, etc., and the Native people there, it was so full of freaking hate, man. Like the comments, like I said, is you suck, why are you doing this, you're wasting your time, you should quit. It came and it hurt. It hurts to hear that coming from your own people, but after you sift through that, you start to find people that believe in you. You start to find people that you befriend. You start to find people that want the same thing as you, and it's crazy to see that. Like, I've learned a lot, and I've learned to block out negativity because I used to let it affect me every single day, every time I was live, every time I would analyze my streams afterwards. It was always like you can see a mood shift within any streamer, like when something gets to them because their mood affects, because we're people too, man. Like, we soak up this stuff, when we're live and somebody says something hurtful, hateful, anything like that. We're people too, we have feelings, but it's about like building, it's about learning to ignore it, overcoming negativity. We all face it, and it's tough, man. It's tough.
It comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
And it's like going into, dude, I've been teaching, working at summer camp, coaching for so long, like almost over 10 years now, that it's to a point where it's like, my kids have thrown harder jabs, right? I've learned to essentially not feed the troll, right? It's something that you guys, both of you had told me, like, dude, just ignore people when they're like that, right? And so I've done that, right? And even there's been some people, sometimes the interesting or the weird aspect of this too is sometimes people go to more extreme lengths. They start inboxing you on other social media platforms to try to message you and troll you. And then it's just like, it's a simple swipe of block and that's it. And it's gone. right? And it's out of your head right then and there.
My block button is my favorite button so far on this. Next to the right next to the go live button is my block button. It's my favorite.
But a big thing when we all do this and we face this, at the end of the day, again, like we've been talking about, we see what positives more so that come out of this, right? A lot of us do a lot of things where we're giving back to our communities, giving back to our communities within the gaming world that we're building. The give back, like, it's infectious, right? We see other streamers or other people within the stream helping causes. Like something small was Friday night. I'm streaming. I order pizza and I say, "Hey, chat, if you send stars now, whatever you send until the pizza gets here, I'll give to the delivery driver." We had $25. People just tipping, or sending stars. The delivery driver was just ecstatic. He was just like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Yeah, and it was because of the community in the video game world, right? Like I see there's more positives that come out of this. It's just unfortunate sometimes that the negatives you almost focus on more until you learn how to block that out.
So, did you tell the delivery driver to watch your stream, or?
No. Just
check me out on Facebook.
All I said was friends chipped in. That's what I said to him. He's like, "Oh, are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, friends chipped in." And then he kind of was like, "Oh no." What he said was, "I'm going to share this tip with the cooks because it's not just me." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool, perfect."
Hey, that's dope, man. I love that. I want to know too, like, so for people that don't know gaming or they have preconceived notions about gaming, they see you guys and they're like, oh man, they're just sitting there getting lazy playing video games all day, like what and people are watching this, like what do they not know about what you guys are doing there?
Okay, can you repeat that last part?
Yeah, so like what do people that don't know the gaming world and don't know what's going on and how you guys are streaming, what would you tell them? Like what are you guys doing?
This is gonna be not really long, but I just want to say, gaming to me personally is a way to relieve stress, to a way to get away from like real world problems, to take my mind away from different stuff. We're all living the real world and gaming, hanging out, and it's a way to like hang out with your friends, right? Like with anything, right? It's like us going like, let's go grab supper together or something, or let's catch up. That's what gaming is to me, and I'm sure it is for a lot of people, a place to hang out, especially during these COVID times, when you can't go hang out with people, right? And it's like gaming is like, hey bro, we're jumping on at 8 o'clock, man. Let's catch up, let's talk, let's chat. And that's what it is. That's what these communities are for. And then also you make a bunch of friendships. You make a ton of friends. Like there's a lot of people I met through gaming, Moose, all of a sudden, Chance, all of a sudden, shout out to Kazi and Swampy Bear, I've met and I've gotten closer to a lot of people, and a lot of people in our communities, man. Like there's a lot of you guys, like you don't realize how much I see you guys daily, like the mods, people in chat, you recognize those people all the time. And to me, gaming is like it reminds me like when I'm a kid and I'm sitting on a couch with, friends and cousins playing video games. And when I hit go live, that's me setting up the couch and you guys are going to come sit there and chat and hang out and do that. So people don't see that as like, oh, they're lazy. Obviously, like, you take care of your responsibilities, but what you do with your extra time it's up to you, man. Some people like to watch reality TV. Some people like to go to a movie theater. Some people like to play video games. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, we're pretty much just like presenting our gameplay through like a streaming app and service to you guys can view it, like for entertainment, free entertainment, pretty much. And we're just trying our best to like, to give you guys entertainment, and it's completely free. And like, it's completely free for you guys to watch and, liking is like, that's a big thing. And that's all it is pretty much, is it's a free service. And a lot of people like to send stars and show their support. And that's even like an extra bonus, and usually all three of us just put it back towards the community and helping them out and, doing giveaways for them and, doing whatever we can to make the experience more better for them, and
Yeah, as Doral said, hey, we're just trying to play video games. Yeah, that's it right there, dude. Like my kids go to bed, my wife's putting the kids down to sleep. And at first, it was just my time to just relax, right? And then realizing getting into this too, there are other people who are in the same boat, but their form of relaxing is watching streams, engaging with chat.
And
Right?
like one of the main things is like we're staying out of trouble. You know what I mean? Like we're here trying to like just
That's
doing
one of the
some
big
like
things.
like that's for me, man. Like it's like I could have been so many places, and gaming just kept me out of trouble. Like
That's one of the big things. I will say that I want to touch on that a bit. With gaming, there's adults, there's teens, there's kids that are going through stuff. We all went through it. Like me, like when I was younger, I was surrounded by like alcoholism and whatnot. When I got older, alcoholism was a normal thing. And, I've been through it, I've done it, and gaming keeps me busy and away from that kind of stuff, and I know there's people out there that are facing these issues or face living conditions that are beyond that, and them to be a part of our community. And like I've received messages like I'm going through stuff, and thank you and whatnot. That's at the end of the day, it's about the community, it's about helping one another, it's crazy, man. Like 4.5 years sober myself, and I don't preach sobriety, and I don't judge anybody, but being able to like share that with people that are on that same journey is one of the best feelings ever for me.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, like, people don't realize that how beneficial video games are for you too, not just like mental health, but like just like there's been studies of like how it improves reflexes, how it keeps the brain young from like aging and dementia, and like there's so much good to come from gaming. And like um, one of the things that like I was reading about, I guess in um, terms of gaming, was like it's not only a positive outlet, but it's a very close knitted community, because a reason why I play video games so much is to connect with my friends back home, like my best friends, because there's nothing out there's really no other way to talk to those boys other than jump on an Xbox party and hang out with them, right? Like there's some of my best friends, and that's why I noticed that I've been drawn back to it so much now. It's just hang out with the boys, just like old times, like what we've always did as kids.
yeah, for sure, man.
All right. So next thing. So you guys all game like you guys are playing online. What do you guys play, and like what like you guys PC or you guys Xbox? How do you guys play the games?
I am on everything. PC, majority of everything. I play a bunch of like Call of Duty lately. Like the top. We'll just keep it like this. The games that I'm currently playing are Warzone, Call of Duty Black Ops, Cold War, a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Fort, and I play a ton of Hearthstone, which is a card game. It's like it keeps the mind fresh in a thinking pattern that it's a card game, man. It's like anything like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. It's called Hearthstone, and it keeps my brain fresh and has me thinking and whatnot. So those are just some of the games that I play personally.
Me, I'm on PC also. Like I used to play console like all my life, and realized that if I wanted to like get into streaming and stuff more, and like getting to the competitiveness of playing games like Fortnite, you want the frames per second, you want the 144 hertz, all the stuff, like trying to be competitive in it and be a good like a streamer, like playing on PC, I guess, because I couldn't really, when you're on console, it's like it's different. It's a lot different, and then on PC, it's a lot different. And I'm gonna keep the PC race, bro. Everybody can chat and roast me, man, but I'm telling you, like eventually, like all the competitiveness, man, it's like on PC and all the like. I can imagine a lot of the players that play like in the lobbies, if they're on PC, man, like they'd be so much like crazier, man. Like all the good players, like I'm getting wrecked by all these guys in the lobbies, and they're all on, they like it's crazy. I can't compete with a lot of these guys on console, man. And still, like, I'm just on PC because I'm a streamer, not because I'm like, really good or nothing.
Yeah, they're still playing on like the 50-inch screen. It's
Yeah,
half millisecond.
and they're just wrecking me, bro.
Wrecking, bro.
Like, I haven't got a win on Warzone since I started streaming Warzone, to be honest with you, and it's a tough game. There's a lot of good players on there.
Damn, bro, we gotta get you a dub soon.
I gotta get a dub, man. Like, it's tough out here being me, man.
Yeah. What about you, Moose? What do you game, bro?
Xbox for me. Yeah, and the chat's probably gonna roast me for that. I already see people roasting me about that. Dude, Halo's been a big part of my life. It's been my escape from after sports practices. After like hanging out with friends, I go play Halo till 2 a.m, right? And on school nights. So don't tell my parents now. But playing those games through Xbox, there is just it's why I'm kind of teetering between going to PC now. I'm fortunate enough now. I'm in a position where I could go PC or get the new Xbox. But right now, I'm still kind of teetering to Xbox for now. Eventually, I will go PC, whether it's sooner rather than later or vice versa. But it will end up being there. But for now, I'm just kind of like, I kind of want the Xbox because there's a new Halo coming out, and I still have faith in that franchise. So, yeah.
And like, even with like the new consoles out, it doesn't really matter what you're on anymore. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like the PS5 and the Xbox, it doesn't really matter. Like whatever you're on now, like. The PC is more for content creation, and doing stuff like that.
The way things are going with console versus PC, it doesn't matter which one you're on. Like Chance said, I 100% agree with that. Like if you're like in a market for should I stick to PC, should I stick to console, which console? It depends. Like it depends if like first look at it, whatever your friends are on. That's the number one consideration. Like what console or what is my friends on a PC or whatnot. Then it comes down to exclusives. Like Moose said, I love Halo. That's why I'm on Xbox. That goes down to it. But the thing is, a lot of these newer video games are going cross-platform. These battle royale stuff, they're all going cross-platform. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're on. And for PC, it's literally. You can use your PC for it. Like when it comes down to like, should I get a gaming PC? All I'm gonna do is play video games. No, a PC is a multi tool. You use it for school. You use it for anything in your life that you use a PC for. Plus, it plays video games. That's how you gotta look at it. I'm not buying a gaming PC just to play video games. I'm using this to create content. I'm using it to, just do my schoolwork. I'm using it for everything. It's a multi-tool, right?
Yeah, no, the thing for me too is it's all about that party chat, man. That's the number one thing is where my friends play, because it's so hard having like four buddies up in an Xbox party chat and one of your friends has a PlayStation, and then you all have to leave party chat, go to game chat, which sometimes has its own communication errors, just to talk to that one friend. And then it's not always smooth like that. So I try to stick with whatever my friends are getting. And luckily, a lot of my friends have grew up with Xbox with me too.
You can get Xbox Party Chat on PC on your desktop.
A word?
Yeah. Moose just found that out, actually.
All right. Well, we have to focus on getting a better podcast studio before I talk about getting a gaming PC. Bro.
Just put it in your budget and just say, okay, I'm getting a brand new PC to run this podcast that can also play video games.
There's ideas.
So you guys highlighted this a little bit earlier in the show, but man, there's potential here, right? Like this isn't just like a hobby. Obviously it's a hobby for you guys and you love what you do, but there's a sense that these things can blow up. Like we're in what we call content creation, I guess, as well too, and we're kind of seeing where it can go and how it can go. So where do you guys see this? Just in your own personal streams, but also like as a big community. This has the potential to blow up. Are you guys thinking, man, like, I don't know if this might be my job one day? Like, what are you guys thinking as it comes to content creation and where it's moving towards?
If any of you guys want to start, you can.
For me, it's just like right now I'm just taking it step by step, like I'm starting to see it of it more than as a hobby now, like as a building more of a community, and more people are stopping by and hanging out and becoming like more and more knowing everybody, So it's more like just, I don't know. It's hard to kind of explain right now.
Yeah. As much as I love this too, as much as I love doing this, it's crazy to see that. Well, for myself, I love my other job. There's that, when you take that, there's a leap of faith there, right? Do you want to fully invest into this, or are you content or comfortable with where you're at, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, it's like you have to find a balance. You know what I mean, with your personal life, your work life, and your what like trying to figure out what you really want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in the position for me to do it full time or make it a career right now, but so like once I'm into I'm focusing on trying to get my schooling done and that thing right now, and then once it builds up and becomes that, and then I'll think about it. But for now, it's just like it's my hangout place with all my bros, my cousins, my aunties, uncles.
Okay, so for me, like I said, I'm a third year business student with a major in marketing. The reason why I chose marketing is because I want to like focus on indigenous business. I want to focus on indigenous presence, small business and whatnot, and help people understand that in order to stay afloat or to make a killing in any of your fields, you need marketing. You need to understand marketing is key, and content creation. Like, if you like own any sort of business, while I always say this, like if you're like an indigenous artisan, crafter, photographer, videographer, you create regalia and you you sell these things and whatnot. Why aren't you building a social media following so people can discover you, so people can find you, and then you're creating your own markets? So that's why I chose like to go into marketing. But the idea of going full time with streaming, it's a thought. I love it. At the same time, I want to be a full time content creator that helps and motivates and inspires small indigenous business altogether, and help people develop their online presence, because everything's moving online. If you notice it, if you look at statistics right now, like stocks and whatnot, everything like Walmart, Amazon, all that stuff, they're killing it right now. They are killing it right now because they're not just brick and mortar, they have an online presence. And that the way things are going right now, like small businesses taking a hit, but the ones that are taking advantage of online, they are killing it. So like I encourage anyone, like anybody in chat right now, that if you own anything, you sell anything, you need to start building a personal brand around that. And for me to like, I was so self-critical in a sense when I started streaming. I never thought I would be full-time. I never thought I would sell merch. I never, you know, recently I seen that in chat. Somebody was asking about the Ubisoft ambassador. If you guys don't know, I'm one of Canada's, I think there's 18 of us that are Ubisoft Canada ambassador, and they were asking what the perks of being an Ubisoft ambassador is just brand representation. They help me, I help them, kind of back and forth. They kind of give me an opportunity. They like, hey, we're gonna send you this video game that just came out, play it, give us our thoughts. If you like it, encourage your community. It's pretty cool. And in fact, they offered me, like, I shouldn't say too much, but they offered me a Christmas thing to give to my community. So there's that. And like, it feels like hearing things like that, being an Ubisoft ambassador, being like, same with Memory Express. If you guys don't know Memory Express, they are community computer store located across Canada. We're in talks too. They kind of want me to be, but they're kind of waiting for like this COVID situation and whatnot to tone down. And they literally show my streams in their store. They helped me with previous giveaways and whatnot. They've reached out to me, and it's crazy, man. I feel like I can do this full time, but it's a scary leap to think that I can do this full time.
Share with me then.
Yeah, bro. Yo, for real, that's dope. Especially with the Memory Express thing. I hope I hope that works out for sure, man.
Yeah, and that's it's good to have this conversation with you guys right now because obviously we're so new right now and we're kind of trying to navigate where we take this and how we do it. So just to have the support of you guys and just dropping the knowledge on us, man, it means a lot. So I just wanted to thank you guys really quickly for that, man, because this is a learning experience for me. So content creation.
Yeah, and for us, man, it's like I'm just trying to graduate, get this one more semester, graduate, and then I wanna take this podcast thing serious. Whenever me and Raymond move to Vancouver, I'm just gonna completely like cannonball in, and then with that, at least I know that I'll always have my education to fall back on. That's the most important thing for me. Is I gotta get that education first, and then I'll chase the dream. I got a plan B for sure.
Well, the thing too, fellas, like it's like when you're immersed in this as well. Like if you can find, like we've been talking about fluently throughout the stream about that balance aspect, right? I know a lot of partner like there are partner Facebook streamers who balance both a job because they love it, like their careers that's outside of the gaming world, but they also balance this as well, right? When I imagine when you get to a point when you if you potentially become a partner within Facebook gaming, you can set the schedule to your favor, right? I teach, so there's no way I can stream from 9 to 4 o'clock, right? So I have to make time in the evening where I balance my life, my kids, right? Hanging out with my wife, and then start 9 till 12 for about 3 hours and make sure I get a decent amount of sleep so I'm still a productive employee at work, right?
Yeah, bro, and like, man, I know we're talking about it earlier, but like, how stressful is it to run your stream, to run your custom lobbies? Because I remember we're joking about it earlier, bro. We're saying you're the one-man powwow committee, bro. You're the dancer, bro. You're the drummer. You're the judge. You're the MC. You're the security.
Dude, and it's like you learn pretty quickly how impatient people can be. Fortunately for hosting it, and unfortunately, you get the ability to hear everybody, and you can funnel out people, and then to hear people saying, "Oh, I wish the guy was started already. We've been here for 4 minutes," and it's just like the different level of people actually connecting with each other in random games or warm lobbies, waiting for the game to start and talking to each other. Then other people just saying, "Let's go! I got things to do. I got people to snipe." Right, and it's just like the nice thing is I have control to just say, "See you later. See you later." Right? But at the same time, too, seeing how quickly they fill up and how fun it's been so far. Like everybody in chat, like let's say Marmar snipes me. Marmar's coming in my chat for a second just to say, "Got you, Moose." And then people engage you, and Marmar's coming laughing about it, right? Or coming from Marmar stream to say, "You see Marmar get you," and then like little things like that, right? Just as Chance said at the start of the stream too, me hiding and then me doing the camping and Chance just running for cover, and I was lucky enough to bot from one, right?
Yeah, that was today. Yeah, like even on Moose's customs there, we even got on top of the stadium for a big powwow one time, and then it like there is people shooting us and everything, but we weren't supposed to shoot. But some of them aren't gonna listen. You know what I mean? So that's like the hard part about it. But
Bro,
there's like a lot of good memories in his customs and good moments.
I remember joining that too. We were all supposed to like take a picture or something. I landed on stadium. And I was just like getting clapped from like everybody. I was like,
That's funny. Okay, so you guys talked about it. I want to bring it up again, man. Your guys' brotherhood, man, because this is the coolest part about you guys, man. It's like if you're streaming, the other two are in there, and then you guys just like always rotate. You're always sending followers. You guys all kind of keep the same community. What's that like to know? You got a few brothers that are looking out for you, and all just want what's best for you.
yeah, nobody's stepping on toes because I know Marmar's like, yo, I don't want to do custom lobbies right now. Moose Tree's doing them. So like Marmar waits for Moose Tree to finish, and then he does his custom Warzone lobbies. It's dope to see.
Oh man, I just want to say, man, I commend Moose. He's been killing that. He's been going off with those custom lobbies and popping off on Facebook, and it's crazy to see the amount of viewers he's pulling in, the amount of support he's getting. Like it's crazy to see that. And like River said, like I don't I rather play in Moose Customs than run my own. And I know I did it one time. We were running customs the same time as him, and literally somebody came into my chat and Moose's chat. They felt like they were the kid of divorced parents because me and Moose were both freaking sending invites. You know, it's like I love to see these guys succeed. Yeah, I love to see these guys succeed, man. I'm freaking rooting for them. I want the best for them, even to the point where I'll go into their chats, I'll go drop stars, I'll go say hi, ask them about their day, and even I'll come in and come crack some Moose jokes, something along the lines of like, what would Moose's name be if he was a transformer, and then I came up with the name Optimus Prime. Like just to come make people laugh, right? Like it's a community thing, and we feed off each other. And Moose will come into my chat and he'll come ask, "What kind of lotion you use?" It's. I love it. I love it. I love these guys. They're pretty much my brothers, man. Like bunch of respect to them.
Yeah, it's just like I wouldn't probably have like a lot of Marmar's community helped me at the start when I very first started streaming. That's why I was able, I've been streaming just I think it's a year now. Yesterday, and on Facebook, my yearly anniversary was yesterday, and at the start, it was very hard, but then a lot of his community from the Fortnite came and watched, and they helped me grow pretty quickly into 1,000 followers, and stuff like that. And it was and then meeting Moose and stuff like that, going through his when I switched over to Warzone and playing Warzone, because I was watching his stream, and they're always playing Call of Duty, right? So I was always on Fortnite, so I finally came over when I was able to, and then it was nothing but good times. And then Moose rated me a few times, and those streams were my best streams. I had 70-80 people watching me, and that was the most I've ever had on my stream. That was right after he sent his viewers over, and a lot of them are they still stick around, and it's just a brotherhood, I guess, and helping each other out. We got to stick together, link like braids, on Avatar. Got to stay connected, man.
And it goes off between the behind the scenes stuff too, right? It's we meet in Discord, right? Or we end up seeing each other in other people's streams, and we know each other within those streams, and we talk to each other, engage with other streamers as well, right? The ability to not only have conversation amongst each other, but to help build engagement in other people's streams is another form of giving back. A simple like and a share, right, or tagging a friend in a video helps them a lot, or even smaller streamers, and that's something we generally do all the time when we go there, right? And at the same time, we talk about it afterwards. Hey, when we went to go raid them, when you talking about that gameplay or what we were watching. It's been awesome, dude. It's like they had mentioned too with Swampy Bear and Cuzzy, the brotherhood you build gets to a point where I was able to, and Marmar and I are in talks of this too, of getting potentially an esports team of First Nations players to represent First Nations in these big high competitive tournaments, right? Our two members of all our communities right now, we sponsored them to play in a tournament, which they the Treaty 6 tournament, which they ended up winning, right? Which was really cool. It was about 6 to 8 hours of Call of Duty nonstop, but they pulled out on top and they ended up winning it, which was awesome.
I was just trying to stay away from those boys all tournament.
Yeah.
I didn't want no piece of those guys, man.
No, everybody knows Cuzzy and Swampy in our communities, man. You better run when you see those names.
Yeah,
for real. And I feel like guys are saying, man, I feel like there's a future in Indigenous pro teams. I feel like we need at least one. And if anybody were to do it, I think it would be you guys, even just recruiting wise, because I have this buddy named Darnell Shortneck, and he started this team. It's called UEX, United Exile, and he's entering the ALG League, I believe. It's for he had it started for Modern Warfare, but he's getting it started for Cold War. And basically, he's just looking for people right now. It's literally like CDL League. It has the hard point. It has the search and destroy. It has all that. And he's looking for players right now. So, if you guys know of anybody that would like to try out for that team or something, then like tell your fans, tell your supporters to go check it out, because we need Indigenous people occupying space. And to see an Indigenous team win a big pro sports tournament that isn't only for Indigenous people, that would be huge. That would be like one of the greatest things ever, because there's so much talent. There's so much talent in Indigenous gaming that I see too. Is like everybody's so good, but the only thing that really slows us down is that res Wi-Fi, man. We need Elon Musk to get the Starlink going, boys, so he can
He's
get
getting
that.
it. He's getting it.
Bro. And then it's over for y'all.
I've
Everybody.
seen a beta tester for the Starlink one. They were like in rural, I want to say Saskatchewan, down south somewhere. And they've been getting some really decent speeds out of it and very affordable. They're beta testers for it. I don't know how well it will play out, but as soon as Elon Musk's Starlink comes out, y'all need to get on that are in the reserve. Start pushing out more podcasts. I want to see more streamers. I want to see more YouTubers. All of y'all need to get out there and blow up.
For real. And would I feel like as well is like something where a lot of people sell themselves short is only trying to appeal to one crowd. And I feel like everybody going forward, I guess, when they're doing this, they should like appeal to everybody, like the masses. The masses don't sell itself short. Like look at Pomage, right? Like I didn't even know Pomage was First Nations until like 2 weeks ago, man. Because like that guy appeals to everybody.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we have an opportunity here to, as we talked about before, connect and bring each other together. But then we also have another opportunity to educate people on First Nations traditions, cultures, beliefs, right? Like in my situation, I'm not as knowledgeable as Marmar and Chance are, right? I don't practice my culture as often as I should, right? I'm still learning about it, but it's nice to see the community we're building together to be able to educate myself and educate those who have questions about it. It's huge.
No, for sure. I think that plays a huge part into what we're doing. What we're doing here. Obviously, we do want to appeal to everybody, and we want everybody to come in. But at the end of the day, we are Indigenous people, right? That's who we are as people. And to see that you guys are keeping that in your minds as you move forward, I think that's really dope, because we're on a rise, man. Like I really believe that what we're doing, what you guys are doing, what everyone, anybody that's doing a stream, anybody that's going live, anybody that's doing content creation, we're just building ourselves up for something huge, and I can't wait to embark on it and have my own little piece in it, but watch everybody else have their piece, and we're gonna go to the top, man. I really believe it. So,
and shout out to all our moderators too for our game.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our mods that make this possible. Like
Shout out
mods.
Darren Blake. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out, guys, real quick. Everyone, just shout out your moderators real quick, man. We'll go first, man. We'd like to shout out Xander Trache, man. He's the moderator in here, but also our production team, Dustin, Dylan, Justin. There's a few more that I'm forgetting, bro, and just all our supporters. So I wanted to say thank you. Each one of you guys, man, give you a shout out, your moderators and your support team.
Shout out to the mods, man. You guys do so much work. You don't even realize how much we appreciate it as streamers. You guys come in, you hang out, you organize chat, you make sure things are clean, you talk to people, you ban people when needed, or you tell people to tone it down. You answer questions when I'm busy, getting my head popped off in Warzone. Shout out to people like Red. Shout out to people like Phoenix. Shout out to people like Tristan, Cuddle, Dwayne, Sean. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being mods for Marmar Gaming.
All right, so the aunties and uncles who I have in a Facebook chat, we call our mods. So we got pretty much like shout out to AJ, Cecilia, Charisse, Mary, AJ. I said AJ already. I'm sorry. Jared, right? My wife, Krista, right? I just feel that the more mods, the better. Like I said, we ended up doing FaceTime calls to discuss how the stream went afterwards and share laughs. It's something we're going to do more and more. And we're looking at even having movie nights on Discord with the moderator group after streams too.
Yeah, shout out Theron Blake. He's been there since like day one and been Fortnite days, and he's stuck around. He came from Marmar's stream, and then he's seen me, and he's just been in my stream every day, usually right from like day one. Like he's almost been there for a year now, I think, and he's always in there whenever he can. Like when he was playing Fortnite with us all the time, he was always there playing with me too, duos, and we played tournaments together and a lot of stuff. And we became more like he's more than a mod. Like he's actually one of my little like consider him my little brother. You know, like that's how close we became. And we talk personally offline and everything like that. And it just I got a few other mods too, like Mike Steves. He's my cousin, and he's been there too since day one. And Rebecca Rushlow, she's from from where I'm from. She's one of the mods too. And yeah, shout out all you guys.
Hey, that's dope. We're sounding like we're all getting content awards, just shouting out our whole list. Nah, you know what, man? The fans have been great in here, man. This chat is hilarious. I love all you guys' fans to coming in here to share their love. So we're gonna open it up to some fan questions now. But I got a question first, man. I seen it a little bit earlier. I want to know, man, who's the best out of the three boys? I had to stir it up. I'm sorry.
Now, in my defense about this, when I play video games, I get hyper fixated on it. I need to see it through. I will play a game until I become burned out of it. Like I said, Marmar and a couple other people, you know, have been encouraging me to go into other games, but I've told them like I played Apex. I spent like $400 on skins there just for the aesthetic appeal, and then I realized one day I'm done. And then I went to Call of Duty. So when I dive into a video game, dude, I just stay with it and grind it till there's a day where I just like I'm done. So that being said, I don't know.
I still don't know.
I just I'll say I've been getting clapped around from Moose-Chi like in these lobbies, like no, like he's been sniping me, sniping my head off. Like every time I run into his team, I'm dead, bro. It's like. And then Marmar and Moose-Chi are always running together, so I'm always getting killed by them all the time. And then, but it depends on what game. Like if you want to run it on Fortnite, you know what's happening on Fortnite.
Meet me in creative, bro. Let's go settle this.
I'll shoot Chance once, and he already has a castle built, and then I just leave the game.
Well, I feel like we need to go settle this on Rust right after this because there's a lot of tension building here.
Hey, how about this one? What are some tips you give to small streamers trying to get into streaming?
You guys got this?
Oh, go ahead, Chance. Start us off.
All right. Yeah, just Obi, just keep going. I think just like keep doing, like believe in yourself. You know, it's like we all start from somewhere, no matter what you're streaming on. I've been watching your streams the past few days, and you know, just keep at it. You know, you got a webcam now, and you got a nice overlay set up. Like you want to take it serious, you know, and like. Just keep doing it and have fun with it, and don't give up, man. Just keep going. Like I'll be there to help you if you need help or anything like that. You know, I'll share you and like your page. I'm always there. You know, just let me know and just keep grinding. You know, that's the thing for every small streamer. I think it's just to believe in yourself and just keep doing it. Eventually, you know, people are gonna see the good in you and what you're doing, and yeah, just keep at it.
Also, find out what type of streamer you want to be. Right, there are different levels of streamers. There are really good players who play because they're really good. Right, there are very entertaining, humorous streamers that almost don't care as much about the gameplay. They're just trying to entertain you. And there's also that medium ground where you're pretty decent at the game. You can hold your own while still being able to engage with your audience, be humorous, right, and make them feel welcome within that. I find for myself here, what has worked best for me is to have that happy medium. I'm not the greatest at the game, right? I sit at a 2.0 KD, but I'm also not the funniest person. I guess I could say, but I still try, engage with my audience to get chat to get things going for me, right? They joke around me. We literally use a hashtag called Moose Roast, where everybody in chat can try roast me for a little bit there, so they don't target each other and become toxic in chat, right? But yeah, find what type of streamer you want to be. And for me, I labeled 3 different categories for myself, and I picked one. I don't know if Marmar or Chance, of another category as well.
Okay, so touching on that, about growth, if you're considering becoming a streamer, You either have to be really, really, really talented at a video game to get discovered, or you can go like the route that everyone like should be going is be yourself and share your past personality. If you're starting out streaming, you should not be streaming 8 hours a day and expecting growth unless you're really, really talented, like I said. But create content, man. I say that content is king. Content, if like, make a YouTube, make a Twitter, make an Instagram, make a TikTok, and create content. Not necessarily clips. You can post clips if you want, like your highlights, gameplay, all that stuff. But you got to post clips of yourself, who you are as a person, who you are that people can connect to and want to get to know. Because that's what makes this personal, is that what's to stop me? Why should I go watch you? Why should I go watch you personally when I can watch 1,000 other streamers that are doing the exact same thing? You got to set yourself apart. You got to show people pieces of yourself, who you are as a person, your belief system, how you treat people, and are you funny? Like, if you think you're a funny person, post videos of yourself being funny, because I'm gonna see those videos scrolling on TikTok because the algorithm is so weird, and I like this person as a streamer. Hey, that person's pretty cool. I like them. Oh, they're a streamer. I'm gonna click on their link. Oh, that's cool. He likes the same stuff I like. She likes the same stuff I like. That's really, really cool. That's how it works, man. Post content. 3 to 5 TikTok, Instagram videos a day, and just about you and your personality, because that's how people discover you. You should not, when you're just starting, you should not be streaming 8 hours a day and expecting to grow by people hitting that share button. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, same thing with me and Ray, man. We're in no means good at TikTok. Like, if you go check out our TikTok, we're boomers with it. But like, we just go live on it. Like, we have homework sessions where we just sit around and we just do homework, listen to music, and like 30 people just come onto our TikTok live, and then they'll be like, "Hey, what do you guys even do?" And we're just like, "Oh, we run a podcast." And for what our TikTok is, it's doing not too bad. We're only making it like a week or two ago. So yeah, like as Mamar was saying, create content and get on as many platforms as you can.
And even like there's like the mental aspect of it, like there's gonna be times where there's nobody watching, or there's gonna be nothing, you know what I mean? But just like it can be hard on your mental. You can feel down, like, oh, do I want to do this anymore? It's like just you got to keep the mental part of it and ask, like, in check too. Like you want to take it, you just want to keep it fun. You know what I mean? Like it's a hobby and it's fun right now. Like don't let it get to your head too much. You know what I mean?
I just want to say, I personally don't like that term small streamer. And what sets you apart from me, my audience, and you with your audience? The thing is, I have an audience. That doesn't mean I'm bigger than you. That doesn't mean I'm smaller than you. You're just the streamer who hasn't found their audience yet. Does that make sense? In a sense that, like, we could all be on the same level, but that doesn't mean you're smaller than me. Doesn't mean I'm, bigger than you. It just means you just haven't found your audience. So don't get discouraged about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's facts.
Oh yeah, that's facts. All right, we'll take another question.
Those are bars.
Bars. What do you think about more stories surrounded video games? Example, like Legends of Zelda or The Last of Us for PS4. And do you see yourself streaming or creating content around those types of video games?
Video games.
I think like those games, like I used to play those quite a bit back in the day, and they're like, with the whole battle royale scene taking over and everything, I think a lot of people are swaying away from those games right now. But it's like a lot of battle royales are getting, they're burning out lots, and it's like, they're getting a lot of repetitiveness, and it's like I think those games have to make more of a comeback, and I believe that if they keep developing more games with the new PS5 and the new Xbox and PCs and stuff, like those games, how they're gonna look in the future and like coming up, they're gonna be like crazy. Like we can all get lost in those kind of games for hours and hours and hours. Like it's like I can't wait for those games to make more of a splash, like coming back now.
Yeah, for real, because like battle royales are what's hot right now. Like everything's battle royale, battle royale, battle royale.
Okay, so like my thoughts on that, battle royale is what makes the business work now because when Fortnite dropped, they're like the way to be successful in the gaming industry that seems to be making the most money is let's drop a free game. Let's put microtransactions in it. People will buy stuff because it is a free game. It is free to play. You don't have to buy stuff. But the fact that they make it so intriguing that you're buying a like Moose said, I spent $400 on Apex Legends. You know, like what does a single player game have to offer me that's not? You know, I'm not gonna buy $400 worth of cosmetics for a single player game because nobody's gonna see it other than me. You know, and that's what it is. It sucks, and we talked about this before in our stream about like people, the gaming industry, the way it's going. Like me personally, I freaking love story games, like Assassin's Creed, things like Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 6 being my favorite video game of all time. I love story-driven games, but that's just not what the market is right now, and it sucks. And a lot of these business see it that way. It's like we're gonna drop this brand new story game, and we're gonna sell so many copies, and then what? Whereas companies are going the route of I'm gonna drop this new battle royale with $10 microtransactions built into it with a $15 battle pass. That's just the business side of things. It sucks. People are not buying great story games, and I said this before. People are buying good battle royales with in-game purchases, and that's just what works right now. And it sucks, but that's just the way gaming's going right now.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, we got another question here. This one's pretty cool. Have you ever wanted to live in a world from a game, and if so, which one and why?
Oh,
Go ahead, Moose.
that's tough, dude. Like, do you want to live in a 2D world, 3D world? You don't want to live in a game where you're killing people all day either. Dude, I don't know. That's actually a really tough question, man. Like,
You want to be that little ball that gets bounced around in Pong?
I want to live in a world where I am good. So that's the thing we have on our channel there. There's a game on Xbox called I Am Bread. You're literally a piece of bread moving around the kitchen or living room, and the objective of the game is to get from the table to the toaster. It's a simple life, but I mean, it beats shoot 'em up living in that world. Grand Theft Auto world. That world's intense. I don't think anybody wants to live in Grand Theft Auto world or 2D world. We don't want to be stuck sideways Mario either.
Bro, I think I'd be a goat simulator.
Goat Simulator?
No, I don't know.
But yeah, I'll just have to go with like Pokemon, man. Game Boy. I'd love to live in that Pokemon world because I spent so many hours in that world, man. As a kid on Game Boy Color, damn.
I thought you were
I
gonna
can
say,
catch them all.
I thought you were gonna say Fortnite, so you can dance around.
No, I can do that here, man.
Yeah, I would probably something along the line. No, if I was to live in a video game world, it'd be Fall Guys, bro. I think I have the build for it. You know, I'm kind of fluffy and I can run around and like freaking push people off ledges and stuff. I think I would like to live in Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. Oh shit! This is not really a question, but like, well, when will you see playing Among Us together? Because there's even a follow-up question where somebody said that right here, I think that'd be amazing gameplay. Native streamers all come together and play some Among Us. Look at the success of this guy's Toast and his friends. A lot of fun and laugh. That'd be dope to see a lot of content creators jump in.
Well,
Marmar should hook that up. He's had a lot of connections with people. Marmar, get it going.
I mean, I would love
everybody in it.
like if that's what they would like to see is like, you know, people like us playing together Among Us. Like I would extend an invite out to the Foxing Around team to come play with us.
Even get some of the TikTok stars in there to come play too.
Hey, that'd be dope. Look at that. Ideas on ideas.
I love it. All right, we got one final question, man. We like to keep it light on the final question. We like to keep it fun. All right. So for the future YouTubers, who's gonna go Jake Paul in the ring? Who wants him, boys? Who's gonna fight Jake Paul after he fights Mayweather?
I got I got this, guys. I'll take Jake Paul, man. Our boy Nate Robertson. He left his guard up too low. He didn't have his guard up, left a window there, and Jake capitalized on that, dude. I'm sleeping. Nate Robertson let down his guard. At first, he was on defense, put down his gloves for 1 second, tried to go in for a haymaker. As soon as that haymaker came, Jake Paul saw that, took him out. I wouldn't let down my guard. I'd take him out, man. I get in there nice and tight, uppercut, done.
Hey, there we go. We got Moose. Hey, Marmar and Chance got to corner him when we get the Jake Paul fight. And,
yeah, we could be the announcers.
Yeah,
Throws in the towel right away. No,
Yeah. It's like on that scary movie. And
I got Fauzi
too.
Fauzi Tube's knocking out Jake Paul if they fight.
Yo, I got a fan question because I'm a fan of all three of you. When are we gonna get a Chance Claps there, Moose Tree, Marmar, and a Foxing Around quad going to get Chance Claps his first dub?
I'm down. I'm definitely down.
It's only quad, so at Foxing Around Brothers, you guys got to decide who's playing with us then.
River plays.
Yeah, I'll sit back and watch.
Commentate.
There we go.
Exactly, because everybody see you guys in our atmosphere, our podcast. Now we got to go do it in your guys' lobby in the street.
Someone said Moose sounded like Scoot.
All right, well, you know what? This has been great. What we like to do at the end of the podcast is we like to highlight the voice of our guests. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys each. You guys will go on the main board, and you guys can just tell us a little bit about whatever you guys want to tell us. If you want to pump your channel in there, if you guys want to just give some words of encouragement, do whatever. We're going to put up Marmar Gaming first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to put up Marmar first here on the solo layer.
Hello, everybody. Hi. My name's Marmar again for people that are just tuning in. I am a streamer here on Facebook and Twitch. I'm an Ubisoft ambassador. I'm also working with Memory Express from time to time, and I play a variety of video games. I want to say thank you to Foxing Around for giving me this opportunity to sit on this panel to be able to share, bits of my story, bits of my journey when it comes to video game live streaming, when it comes to content creation. So I just want to say thank you so much again to everybody that comes out, to everybody that stops in, says hi. I really, really appreciate it. The supporters, the subscribers, the followers, all of that. I love it. I love doing this. The thought of doing this full time is what excites me. I am not necessarily aiming for that, but it is nice to know I'm heading down that path. And for anyone that is considering getting on streaming, don't talk about it. Just do it. Like I said, there's budget ways to do it. You can go about, you have a decent computer, get a capture card, a webcam, and a microphone, and then you're set to go. Just don't think about it, just do it, because that is, again, my biggest regret is that I did not start sooner, right? And just keep going, man. Motivate one another, encourage one another. Again, if you want, you can check me out on Facebook here at Marmar Gaming and on Twitch at Marmar Gaming TV. I am live about 5 times a week, usually in the evenings. I don't necessarily put myself on a schedule because I do have school and whatnot. But again, I want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Have a good evening. Thank you for having me on this podcast.
Cool. Well, hey, Chance, you're up next, man. Give him a few words, bro.
All right. Hi, I'm Chance. You can find me streaming at Facebook Gaming at facebook.gg/chanceclaps. Usually stream Fortnite. Lately, I've been on Warzone. And yeah, you'll find a variety of local artists' music played on the stream. And sometimes you'll find my music played on the stream, as I do make music. And yeah, you'll just find us hanging out, usually just chilling out with everybody, being real, playing the games I love to play and trying to entertain you guys. And at the same time, I'm a husband. I got kids too and got them to worry about also. So I try stream as much as I can, when I can. I don't really have a schedule. You'll just catch me live whenever. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to us three, and like to thank Foxing Around for giving us this opportunity to talk to all you guys and meet everybody here. And hope to see you in the future streams and joining up in the games. And yeah, much love, everybody.
Hey, much love. Moose, you're up, brother.
Cousins, uncles, aunties. Right after this, we're going to play some custom lobbies on Mushri Gaming's page. If you guys want to come, there's a special shout out there. Welcome to the herd. You heard. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you so much for having me. It was an awesome time to be able to share some of the learning curves that we've experienced so far. But anyone trying to grind streaming, if you have any questions, feel free to inbox me as well. I'll be able to provide you with as much advice as I can, but also get those social medias up. Start interacting with other streamers across other platforms via Twitter or Instagram as well. Okay? Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Hey, there we go. Thank you guys so much, man. I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you guys for joining us, man. I know that we asked you guys to come on, and you guys were real 100 about it, man. Everyone was excited about it. So I just want to thank you guys for your time, for your guys' stories. It's very uplifting to know that there's guys like you out there that are working hard to do it, just to go out and do it and show other people that you guys can do it. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming on.
And I'll get a moose call here. Come on.
Now, the thing is, with my moose calls, I have good days, I have bad days. But the thing I always ask chat in the community is to rate my moose calls. Okay, and some people have some pretty funny comebacks about my moose calls. So I'm gonna give it my best here right now. Right, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you follow this page, Foxing Around, for more podcasts in the future. It's a nervous
That's the first.
I don't get nervous streaming. Exactly. That was the first. I've never.
All right, boys. Yeah.
You guys
Have a great night, you guys.
Yeah, for real. And if you guys want to see some more of their stream, after this podcast, bro, I'm going to go jump in the game with them and go play with them later this evening.
Hey, that's going to be dope, bro. So, what are we doing next week, bro?
I don't know, man. I'm getting old. I think I'm going to start a family.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I don't know, man. What are we doing next week?
Now we're going to do 2 shows, I think, bro.
2 shows. Oh, yeah. Weird. All right. So, it's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
It's it's Thursday. We got the OG, the one, my co-host, because we already had an episode on me. Episode 2. Everybody kind of knows who I am. If you haven't, go check it out. Ray asked me a bunch of questions. He asked me about some dope controversial questions too. He brought up Tokyo. Everybody loves Tokyo. But after Thursday, we're going to put Ray on the spotlight because I feel like Ray has a really good story. Everybody wants to know more about Ray. And I personally want people to know more about Ray because this guy's my best friend. And I feel like he has a really good story that has to be shared for everybody to learn from. And I feel like everybody can take something out of this. And we're just going to kick back and hang out, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to it. Like River kind of came to me with the idea, and he talked about his podcast. He thought now would be the time to do mine. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because I try to be as real as possible on here. So it's gonna get real, and there's some things that I want to share with you guys, so you guys know a little bit more about me and who I am and where I come from, and I guess where I'm going too. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad River asked me to do it, and so we're gonna do that Thursday. Special start time on Thursday. We'll drop the poster tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we got another guest coming in. Man, our guest on Sunday, we can't tell you too much about it yet, but man, this guy reached out to us and he was like, he had a really cool story, he's got a really cool story and he's a very interesting person. We're really excited to have him on. So I don't know. That was a great episode. I love talking gaming. I love doing what we're doing right now. We have this platform and it's been hard though, to be honest, a little bit, because there are people out there that they want to see a certain thing from us, right? And we don't necessarily want to cater to everybody all the time, because at the end of the day, it's me and you, right, brother?
Yeah, bro.
And we've done a good job, but it's been getting a little tough sometimes to navigate this, but I'm glad we got each other, man, and we'll just keep doing this, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. And especially with it's like people always want more, man. People aren't always happy, you know. Like whenever something big, positive happens with us, man, there's always those couple comments where it's like congratulations, but and then they go and critique you on something like, man, if you're so concerned about it, go start your own podcast. And you know what?
We'll support you.
We'll support you. We ain't gonna tell you
100%.
what not to do and what to do unless it's positive. Like,
yeah, just a little rant, I guess. Not a rant, but just, it's building up because
Yeah.
we've been getting a decent following and it's been happening. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep giving you guys content. We're gonna
Without a
keep
doubt.
doing podcasts, man. We love doing this.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, man, at the end of the day, this is me and your baby, man.
Hey, all day.
This is our little baby Yoda.
So thank you guys for joining us another episode, man. Go check out Marmar. Go check out Moose Tree. Go check out Chance, man. We love those guys. Thank you guys so much for doing this. I think we're out, brother. Much love to everybody. Peace.
Peace.